We know there's so much out there about divorce and dealing with it, and our mission is always to try and break it down so you can easily find the best information and the tips and advice that are going to help you the most. We've done that on our website, xexperts.com, and we even have categories color coded so you can hone in on exactly what you're looking for. So for this episode of the Divorce Etc. podcast, or this mini episode, I should say, we're actually going to give you a cheat sheet on our top 5 podcasts in the My Divorce category, which is all about legal stuff. We're the X experts, Jessica and TH. We help you navigate your divorce and successfully move on with your life. So let's get started. T.
I mean, did you know we have like over 200 episodes recorded?
It's astounding, honestly. It really is.
How many experts we've interviewed
Yeah.
about legal and money and life and all of the things. I'm really glad that we actually organized all of it on our website because I would have a hard time navigating it all.
Yeah.
And everybody out there listening, we want you to find it all. So we're
Right.
trying to make it easy for you to navigate. So when you go to our website and you click on the icon that says My Divorce, you'll find everything related to attorneys, lawyers, types of divorce, preparing for divorce, interviewing your lawyers, and then all the details about the different types of divorce, collaboration, mediation, litigation, all of the things. So
Yeah.
over our almost 4 seasons, I guess 3.5 seasons so far, we are giving you our top 5 in terms of what's resonated the most with people for our My Divorce category. And drumroll. Okay, what's number 5?
Number 5, sorry. Okay. Number 5
We're
is,
working backwards.
yeah, I didn't even realize. Moving forward through the divorce process. Our guest for that episode was Jennifer Warren Medwin. If you want to, you should have a pen and a piece of paper to be able to take notes. It is season 3, episode 17. And on our website, you can search it up by, probably the easiest thing would be our guest's name. It was Jennifer Warren Medwin. And the title is Moving Forward Through the Divorce Process. And that's really what it's about. And that's, everybody needs that kind of positivity and encouragement because Jennifer is freaking amazing.
Yeah, she is amazing, and she's actually a Florida Supreme Court mediator, so she definitely knows her shit. And what I think both of us really liked about her is she's just human,
Yeah.
right? She says things in such a simple way that you're like, oh, okay, now I get it. It's not that complicated. So that's really the perspective that she brings your way. It'll be very easy listening.
Yeah.
Okay, number 4 is what can go wrong in divorce mediation with Gabrielle Hartley. She is mediator. She's on the board of all the mediation conferences and groups. I mean, she's a powerhouse, and it's good to know what can go wrong.
Yeah.
So you can do it differently. You can plan ahead. And shit can go wrong in mediation too. It's not just litigation.
Yeah. I mean, look, our whole reason for being at X Experts is so that you are educated and empowered and ready to follow what for you is going to be the right path through your divorce and beyond. And that includes almost like troubleshooting in advance, being prepared for all the contingencies. So knowing what can go wrong helps you be prepared to make it go right. And that is like really important to know. So that is season 4, episode 4. And the guest again is Gabrielle Hartley. And you just got to know.
We'll have their names in the show notes too.
Check
So
the show
you
notes.
definitely should take notes.
Yeah.
But even if you type in any of these experts' names onto X Experts, EXEXPERTS.com, you will find all of the articles, podcasts, and transcripts that we've done with them, including these that land in the top 5.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So
Number
3. I loved this episode. This episode is titled, What Can a Retired Judge Teach You About Divorce? We had the Honorable Ronnie Siegal, who was a family court judge in New Jersey for decades. And obviously, she literally knows everything there is to know about going to court and going to family court for divorce. So she talked about everything, things you would never think about, like how you need to dress, what your demeanor and your body language should be like, what you should and shouldn't bring into the courtroom. I swear to God, she was like, don't come into the courtroom with a shopping bag filled with haphazard papers. Like your appearance and how you come in is all considered when the judge is making their final decision. Listen, like it or not, that's just the damn truth. And so she was amazing in obviously going through the important things you need to know when you are arguing and litigating in court, but even things you would never think about.
Yeah. I've been to court multiple times during my divorce, and would have been really helpful to have her tips ahead of time. I mean, certainly your lawyer will give you some information, but you're already freaking out, and she'll tell you what they care about and what they don't care about. And I even challenged her on a few things. She was disappointed to hear some of the experiences that I had had. So check out that episode in season 2, episode 56. Really important to get a different perspective about when you're walking into a courtroom.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 2, the divorce do's and don'ts with Dennis Vetrano. If you guys aren't already following him on TikTok, you should. In season 3, episode 27, we really go through the do's and don'ts. And on his TikTok, he gives tips every single day.
Yeah.
From all different perspectives. But he's like in like a concert t-shirt and a sports jacket.
Jeans.
He could be totally your friend next door, but he knows his shit. So listen, the rules of engagement are the rules of engagement. It is your life. It is your separation. It is your divorce. It is your sadness. It is your struggle. And it's your opportunity, which is what Jess and I talk about all the time.
Yeah. Dennis
So check it out.
And he's also great because listen, he says it like it is. He doesn't bullshit around. He doesn't beat around the bush. He just says it like it or not. And you know what? When you're getting divorced, on the one hand, you're in a very fragile place. And so you may want and need people around you to some extent that are coddling you and being gentle and sensitive with you. We totally get it. But at the end of the day, that is not what you want or need from your lawyer. You need someone who's going to give it to you straight and who is going to tell you how to prepare. And the do's and don'ts that Dennis gives are so valuable. Like, don't have these preconceived notions or expectations that things are going to go in this direction just because you've done this. Like, he's so realistic, and it's divorce advice everybody needs to hear. So, and obviously,
yeah. And also to what you just said, just because your friends experienced it differently doesn't mean you're heading down that same path. Everybody's story is different. Every situation is unique. Okay. So now I feel like this is 2 years running in our top 10 overall podcast on divorce etc. By the way, available on all podcast platforms. Is best tips for divorce settlement negotiation with Joseph Willmore, season 3, episode 4. For anybody thinking about divorce, in the process of divorce, all of these are must listen to episodes, but this is really critical because we really touched on, it's great if you're like Jessica and her first or second husband, where they like sat around. I'm not fully discounting how hard it was, but relative to being in court, they settled, I say over a box of Kleenex on the dining table, but that's only relative to me, who was in court for 4 years. And so we were asking Joseph, like, it's great if it's amicable. What if it's not? How do you settle a divorce and a relationship that's hugely contentious?
Yeah.
And his points are right on.
He really is. He's so great. And he also like kind of went against the grain for some things that you might think are logical. Like when it comes to a divorce negotiation, you may think to yourself that you're going to be better off in a position of power if you wait to hear what the other side wants first. But Joseph is like, that is totally wrong. You're already then setting yourself up to be on the defense instead of on the offense. So he's like, the position of power is always to throw out the first draft of what it is. I mean, you don't have to give away the farm, and you don't want to give away all of your, all of your own negotiation points, but even just being the first one to initiate. So his points are terrific. He's based in California, but even if you're not, this is an episode worth listening to, because you can use all of these points, discuss them with your lawyer for wherever you live, and find out what is the best strategy for you. So that is our number one My Divorce category podcast, best tips for divorce settlement negotiation. And let's be honest, anyone on earth who's getting divorced is going to have a negotiation settlement. So this podcast episode is literally for everyone.
Yeah. So listen, we have over the next few weeks analyzed and looked at our top 5 per category. So coming up next for us on our experts website, we have the top 5 in the myself category, top 5 in the my wallet category, top 5 in my family category, and top 5 in my stuff category, which is not just like books and pictures, it's also the house. So be sure to listen in, because we are going to recap each of these for you. And feel free to go to X Experts now and start exploring and typing in the search bar any topic that comes to mind that's of concern to you. If we have not already covered it, email us at hello@exexperts.com, and we will make sure that we get you some answers.
So we hope
Thanks
you got
for listening.
as much out of this. Yep, as you always do, and share with anyone who you think can benefit from listening. Have a great day.